This is for our Gonda ukulele players. We are learning these boots are made for walking. We're in the key of D. Um, Before we launched into the actual song, we found some embellishments for the D chord. We were sliding on the fourth beat of certain measures in this song. You keep saying you got something for me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something you call, that was one trick. Second trick was, well, an embellishment for the D chord because there's a ton of D chords in this song. And so we're turning that D chord into a D6 by adding our baby finger, the second fret, on the A string. And we do that on the second and the fourth beat. So let me show you. You keep saying you got something for me. And it's just a trick that you can throw in when you feel it. You get to be the arranger. And then we talked about the iconic bass line that we're trying to approximate on the ukulele. So what we did is we found a D note, and it is on the 10th fret on the E string right here. And what we're going to do is do a chromatic scale, which means every fret, we're taking a little stop at every fret down to the second fret where we're going to connect this with a D chord. And with my right hand, you can use your thumb, use your index, use your middle finger, go back and forth, do alternating index, middle, like a classical guitar technique. So it looks like this. A 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You keep saying. I use my ring finger for this slide down towards the headstock because I'm ending up making a D chord, and there's my ring finger right in position. So let's see what tricks we can throw into this play along video. And we're going at 100 beats per minute, nice little shuffle, rockabilly, rock feel, the whole thing. Starting note is D. And let's get into our position. I'm going to start with that lick. 2, 3, 4. You keep saying you got something for me. Something you call love, but confess. You keep a messing where you shouldn't be a messing. Now someone else is getting all your best. All right, chorus 1. These boots are made for walking. Now make that C chord with your baby finger. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Ooh. Verse 2. You keep lying when you ought to be truthing. You keep losing when you ought to not bet. You keep a saying when you ought to be a changing. What's right is right, but you ain't been right yet. All right, chorus 2. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. brand new box of matches. And what he knows, you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking.